Welcome to this week's edition of Charlton Sports Weekly here at Anytime Fitness. I'm Glenn Hughes here with Stan Wiles. How's things been going with you?
Been going good, Glenn. Been going good. It's the same old here at the gym. Ready for some Friday night football day.
Yeah, we're getting closer every day, but we're going to start off with the rec leagues here. They're finally going to quit beating on each other and finally found somebody else to play with.
This Saturday, isn't it?
This Saturday, we're going to start at 10 o'clock out at Indian Field. The 4 games, all 4 of our teams will be playing against teams from Hilliard, so it ought to be interesting. Get first game jitters out your system, figure out what you got to work on later on, I guess. But you know something's going to go wrong along the way.
I might have to ride out there and check out some of the 8 and underage group. Right. That's football at its finest.
But like I said, 10 o'clock, first kickoff, so not exactly sure. Admission's usually $2. I hadn't heard. I don't think it's going to change too much.
Still got concessions.
So you probably see me in there flipping a burger or two or something. But said Charlton Sports Weekly will be webcasting the games live too also. So if you can't get out there and you're sitting at home and want to watch some football, there's your chance early Saturday morning for the college game start.
Turn off game day and watch some of these kids play.
That's right. And the future of Charlton County. Like I said, I don't have the rest of the remaining schedule. I believe the following Saturday we'll be playing also. So hopefully, like I said, in weeks to come we'll have some scores next week, and
we'll know who the haves and have-nots are of the rec league.
But we'll try to get some names of the kids out there, find out who's the top dogs out there.
Yeah.
Who's going to be the man.
Yeah. What's some of the teams' names? I know we got the Sharks.
We got the Sharks. There's the Hurricanes, which is Snapper Hobbs' team.
Yeah.
There's the Falcons. It's Barry Cruz's team, and Bob Brown is the Steelers, right? So
Steelers, Falcons, Hurricanes, and the Sharks.
That's it. So
and Hilliard is the Flashes.
Right. I guess they're not going to change nothing along the way.
They're leaving things from top to bottom the same. No originality.
I heard that. Anyway, so we'll get off of that subject, and we're probably going to take a break here, and we'll move on to some of the school sports. We'll be right back in just a few minutes. Welcome back to Charlton Sports Weekly here at Anytime Fitness. I said normally in this section we talk about the Braves, middle school Braves, and how they did, but they were scheduled to play yesterday down in Hilliard, and I guess the rains was too much maybe for their field down there, so they ended up canceling that game. So.
Yeah, that field's kind of high in the middle, Glenn, but on the sidelines it probably was like a pool, so...
Well, I remember a couple of years ago when Hilliard, the high school was scheduled to play Hilliard, and they ended up playing a home game here in Folkestone.
Yeah, I remember that.
Because of that. But anyways, the game has been rescheduled for Folkestone now, so you don't even have to go out of town to watch them play. They're going to play tomorrow at 5 o'clock at Indian Field. So if you missed wasn't going to be able to see them Tuesday, you might get your chance on Thursday now.
That's right, yeah.
Like I said, they'll play Thursday at 5, and then next week they're going to play against St. Mary's Middle on Tuesday here at Indian Field also. So that was who they scrimmaged against.
Right, before the season
right,
started.
So, and they were beaten by them, so maybe
get a little redemption.
That's right.
Execute some redemption.
Get it when it counts.
That's right.
But like I said, we'll have hopefully results of both Braves games next week. We'll move on to some girls softball with the JV girls. They played their final game of the year last Thursday against Clinch County. And they squeaked out a 9-8 win.
Don't matter. A win's a win against Clinch County.
It.
That's all. If we're going to beat anybody, I'd rather beat Clinch than anybody.
That's right. I was told Marissa Gowan and Natiana Reed both had 2 hits in the game. And Rivers King was the winning pitcher. So she's probably going to be one of the pitchers of the future. So
yeah, Rivers has got a good arm on her, and she's left-handed too.
Right.
So those girls get a different look picking the ball up out of her hand. So, but she's been a good pitcher since she was in rec league, though. I remember her in rec league, and that doesn't surprise me that she's continuing to do well on JV.
Right, because the varsity Maidens are going to lose their main pitcher next year, so somebody's going to have to step up. So you never know; it might be her.
It may have to be her.
As far as the Maidens go, they've had a busy week since the last time we saw y'all here. Thursday,
it looks like it.
Thursday they played here at home against Clinch County, and we just pretty much
owned them.
8-0, 5 innings, run rule, game over. Back to Homeville.
That's right. Get on the bus and go. Don't even stop on the way out of town.
That's it.
Give your money to somebody in Waycross. We don't want it.
But anyways, then Friday and Saturday they went back to Baconton, Georgia. Played in it's called the Pecan Growers Tournament, which is...
That's over in your old stomping grounds, isn't it, Glenn?
Right, and Pecan Growers, that's the appropriate name because the fields sit right in a pecan orchard, basically. So
at least they have plenty of shade.
That's right. Like I said, they ended up playing 5 games over there. They won 3 and they lost 2. So not quite the success they had the first time around over there. But they started out Friday, played against America's Sumter, which is a 4A school.
4A school, yeah.
Right. And America's was no match for them. Beat them 14-0. So that one was over quick and done with, too. Later Friday night, they played Miller County, which is a single-A school.
Yeah.
And I believe they had to come from behind and win that one. I believe they were trailing and ended up winning 7-4 in that one. So
that's good. She showed some resiliency and come back and get the win, especially on a Friday night after you played one already and after a heck of a drive over there. I guess by bus, that's probably a good 3.5, maybe 4-hour drive.
It's probably about 3, I would
3?
say, depending on how fast the bus is set for.
Or who's driving.
That's it. Saturday morning, they played a team called Excel Christian out of Cartersville, Georgia. Now, you talk about making a long ride.
Oh, that's a private school. They probably had charter buses, though.
But anyway, they lost their first game of the tournament against them. They just couldn't get the bats going and ended up losing 3-0 there. So I guess that put them into the losers bracket where they drew America's Sumter once again. And it wasn't much closer the second time around either, as we beat them 17-5 in that one.
That's amazing that big of a school, that they don't have any girls playing softball, I guess, because you know they got the kids there, or either we just a lot better.
Right.
We got to be a lot better with 12 1 by 14 Friday night and then 12 Saturday.
And if I remember correctly, the second game only lasted for 3 innings, I believe. So
that's awesome.
That was just, I mean, you can beat anybody 17-5. It's a good job. So Congratulations on that, girls. And in their final game, they played against Seminole County. That's who they beat in the championship the first time they went over there. I guess it was revenge factor for them, and they, once again, bats weren't going. I think they committed a few errors that gave up a few runs, and we came out on the short end of a 6-1 score. So, overall for the tournament, Emily Phillips, I mean, she played outstanding. Had 8 hits, drove in 8 runs.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Brittany Cruz also had 8 hits, drove in 5 runs.
One of our most solid players.
Right, hit a home run. I think that's probably the first one she's ever hit.
Probably the most exciting moment of her softball career.
And if it's not her first, she'll probably be the first to tell me. So.
Yeah.
Got Kelsey Shepard, drove in 5 runs, and Lila Wainwright had 6 hits. Plus, Lila did most of the pitching. I think she was rested in a couple of those blowouts.
Yeah.
Ashton Cruz came in, and actually, I think in the America's game, second game, I think Brittany Cruz came in and pitched a little bit. So I can't remember. I believe it might have been another pitcher, but why use number 1 if you don't need it?
That's right. And all 4 of those girls are solid players and have been for a long time. And I believe every one of them is a senior this year also, aren't they?
I know Lila and Brittany.
Brittany and Kelsey also.
Right. I think Ashton Cruz is probably a junior.
Right. And Emily Phillips is a senior this year.
Also Jennifer Barnes, they're going to lose her. So.
Got some big shoes for the JV girls to fill there.
That's it.
What's the playoff situation looking like, Glenn? It looks like we lost a non-region game to McIntosh County, and we don't have a score on that. But let's talk about the sub-region.
All right, the way it stands now, we are currently in second place, solid, definite second place at least. They were scheduled to play Eccles County yesterday, but it got rained out just like the football did. And they were rescheduled to play again today, so I don't know exactly I don't know if they got to play today or not with the rain going on outside, but
I hope they didn't have to drive to Eccles County and get over there and find out that the game was canceled.
Well, actually, Eccles was driving over here. So
okay, yeah. It doesn't matter.
It's senior night here in Folkestone, so if they're playing now, they've been recognized probably by now.
Right.
If not, I guess they'll get to it whenever they do play. But right now, Eccles currently sits first in the sub-region. They beat us the first time around, hold a 1-game lead over us. We have to beat them by 9 runs, I think Coach Baxter told me, in order to take over the number 1 spot. But either way, first or second, they're going to host
you get to host a game.
Host a crossover game from the other sub-region. Ones will play 4s and 2s will play 3s, so my schedule originally had, I think, September 29th as the start of that, but I was told that it's possibly going to be like first week in October before they play.
Man.
Which is going to be like 2 weeks off before they even get to play again.
I hope the bats don't get cold.
Right, and so hope as soon as I get a definite date and time of the games, we'll pass the word along to everybody else. But right now, you're not really sure. I think Turner and Telfair, are 2 and 3 on the other side of the region. So
I think it was Telfair last year that we played here.
Right.
Wasn't it?
Like I said, those 2 are 2 and 3. If we finish second, we would play the number 3 team. So.
Well, hopefully we can do them like Seminole County done us and get some revenge and beat them by at least 9 or 10 runs.
Right.
But we'll see. If that game's not played today, it'll probably be rescheduled for Thursday, tomorrow.
Well, no, because I remember looking at Eccles has Clinch County scheduled for Thursday. So
maybe Saturday then.
Saturday or next week. I mean, it's not like they're not pushing for time here. You got plenty of time.
Yeah, 2 weeks away.
But like I said, that will be the last regular season game for them. So whenever it happens, if it's not happening at the moment. So.
All right.
But we're going to end this segment right here, and we'll be back and talk about some Indian football.